I love October. October. It is by far my favorite month of the year. Fall. Temperatures are cool. Colors are colorful. It is just a beautiful time of year, and I wish this lasted just a little bit longer. It's Monday morning, and we're someplace different. I'm in a state that I spent some time in before, but not much. Idaho. This past weekend, we drove about 9 hours from Kanab, Utah, up into the Sawtooth Mountains of central Idaho. On our way here, we met up with our friends Tim and Kelsey from Dirt Sunrise, who had just re-entered the 48 states on their way back from Alaska this past month.
My feet aren't wet.
Nope. Hey, you guys. So, how'd you like Alaska?
Yeah.
I love it.
Water?
Yeah.
Water. Okay, so I think you're going to be able to go right up that crack there.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll catch you.
Yeah.
With hilarious consequences.
Yes. Down here, hold on here. Yes.
What's the identical?
30 feet up.
This is identical.
What do you think, Kelsey?
As long
I
as
think,
the fall is non-lethal.
Yeah, I think that's a good height. That's about all I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
No, I went up this, up here, and then you have a really positive grip right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You even got approach shoes.
I know, right? All right, bud. Now's the fun part.
Way down. How'd you come down? Back where you did?
No, I jumped, but
You
just
do the Spidey sense.
tuck and roll.
Left here, Chris, or
Is this the cut across?
slattage?
Let's see. Left. Whoa. Oh.
Good breeze.
Really nice.
Hey. You're going so close.
Holding on.
All right.
Just tuck and roll, Kelsey.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It's soft rock.
Gotta get the trucks hanging all the trucks all hanging out there. It's
Last night, Shannon and I continued north into Sawtooth National Forest, where we found this amazing dispersed campsite. It's peaceful, it's unspoiled, it's a short walk to a small stream, and we're right off pavement so we can get into town very easily. I'm about to head out in Orangie and do some exploring, but all is not well with the Jeep. Do you remember that electrical issue that I had on the north rim of the Grand Canyon last week? Well, Orangie only starts in direct sunlight. As soon as the sun goes down, the crank battery does not have enough juice to start the Jeep. So right now, I think that electrical anomaly that I experienced last week was nothing more than a dead battery. I'm still tinkering with it, and the house battery is working just fine, but I don't know. Either this week or next, I'm going to have to head into town and source a couple new batteries. remember that screw that I got in the shoulder of my tire last week when I was down in Arizona? No. That is a puncture. Well, I neglected to get that fixed too. And for the better part of the week, it was holding air just fine until just down the trail right there when the screw removed itself. So I suppose this is a cautionary tale. If you know you have a puncture in one of your tires, get it fixed before you hit the trail. This primitive forest road terminates high in the mountains after about 4 miles at this really cool old cabin. The cabin is dilapidated and a little bit askew, so I wouldn't mess around with it too much. It looks like a slight breeze might knock it over. I need to give a shout out to Blue Ridge Overland Gear. A few years ago, the guys gifted me with an ARB tire repair kit, which I didn't need until now for the very first time. Although I very rarely need it, it's one of those precautionary pieces of kit that I consider to be essential. Normally, when I get a nail or a screw in the tire, it's just a slow leak, so I have plenty of time to limp the Jeep to a tire shop to get a permanent repair. In this case, that tire lost all air immediately, so I needed to either plug it or put on the spare. It's remarkable how you can just jam a string with rubberized goo all over it into a ruptured tire and be good to go, but it's not a new practice and it works pretty well. I'm making my way back down the mountain to the main dirt road, and at this point it's 5:45 p.m. I'm losing daylight quickly, so I need to find a place to camp. I'm gonna spend a night or two out in the field in the Jeep, and then on Wednesday head back to base camp and reunite with Shannon. It's a brisk Tuesday morning, but the sun is just about to crest the mountain to the east, and I'm making some life-giving coffee. Little hike this afternoon. Well, sort of little. Very strenuous. 3.5 miles to get to this point. Was it worth it? You tell me. That is absolutely amazing. One of the more amazing alpine lakes that I've ever seen. 2 hours. 2 hours to get here. And I am famished. Man, Idaho, you are beautiful. The Sawtooth Mountains in central Idaho. I am blown away by how wild and rugged this place is. Oh, wow. I put my big camera away and I'm working my way down the mountain back to the Jeep. Something big just tore through the woods over there to my right, and I think it was maybe deer, elk. I'm 5 miles into this hike, and all that I've seen are chipmunks, squirrels, and an occasional predatory bird. Oh, hey, Orangie. Start. Thank you. Back in the Jeep after 4 hours and 7 miles hiking. That was an incredible hike. I didn't do any research in advance. I just saw the features on Gaia GPS and thought that would be a hardy day hike. Indeed it was. I am exhausted. It's 4:19 p.m. I am going to look for a good place to pop the camper for the night. I don't expect I'll have to do much driving and look very hard because this whole area is dotted with idyllic dispersed campsites. It's 6 a.m. after a good night's sleep, a pretty good night's sleep. I'd like to still be sleeping, but I am going to break camp and head into town, see what I can do about sourcing 2 new Optima yellow top batteries. Get this battery problem sorted once and for all. Hi, I'm looking for Optima batteries. Do you carry Optima yellow tops?
I do.
Do you have 2 Group 34s in stock?
I only have one at the moment.
Alright, well, thank you. I need 2 in particular, but I'll keep you guys in mind. Well, that was my only shot in Haley, Idaho. Right now, I'm in Ketchum, Idaho. I am not dead set on Optima batteries. In fact, I do not care at all what kind of deep cycle battery goes into the Jeep. What I found in my travels over the years is that the best battery for your vehicle is the one you can find on the shelf when you need it. As it happens, Optima yellow tops have generally good availability, even though I'm going to have to do a little bit more driving to find a pair. And also, the Optima is known to fit very well with the Genesis dual battery kit, which does narrow my selection just because I don't know what works and what doesn't without some experimentation. It looks like I'm going to have to postpone new batteries until next week. I don't think I'll have any trouble picking up a pair of them in a larger town or city. While I'm in Ketchum, I might as well take a walk around town. It's a charming mountain town. I'll probably get coffee and then head on back to base camp.
Head northeast on Sun Valley Road toward East Avenue.
chocolate croissant.
Well, since I'm not doing a battery swap today, I decided to set up my home office and do computery things. I need to move Final Cut Pro projects from my laptop hard drive to my external hard drive to make room for new episodes. While I was waiting, Shannon was kind enough to prepare a delicious lunch, one that consisted of some much-needed nutritional value. I've also fallen a couple episodes behind on publishing my GPS data to Dropbox, but I'm getting that all caught up and even a little bit ahead today. This week was the very first time that I ever really dug my heels into Idaho and did some exploring. Let me tell you, it did not disappoint. The Sawtooth Mountains are absolutely stunning. We have some things on the agenda. Most notably, the Jeep needs its battery situation sorted, and we also need to schedule the van for its 20,000 mile service interval, which is the first major service. We got the Winnebago this past November with only 170 miles on the odometer, and now here we are less than a year later, nearing the 20,000 mile mark.
How's that burrito taste?
It tastes like... good. It's really good.
How about
I couldn't think of anything clever to say.
How about eating in your brand new Revel? Make it taste any better?
This is surreal. High on the list of things that I never expected to happen in 2020 or in the decade.
Yeah.
But we're happy.
We're happy.
We're close to 1 year down on RV loan payments, and in 19 more years, the van will be ours. I'm going to call that a wrap for the week. I hope you all enjoyed this week's adventure in Central Idaho. Thanks for following along, and I will catch up with you again next week.